You found the Live Local Marketing Podcast, where business owners share their knowledge about what's working in the market today. No fluff, just their experiences and stories from people who are making it happen. And if authentic, practical marketing resonates with you, be sure to visit livelocal.warmmarketing.com and learn to grow your business on warm marketing referrals. Now, on to the show. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. You have found the Live Local Marketing Podcast. Today, we're with Joyce. Joyce, how are we feeling today?
Awesome. My bathroom is almost done being remodeled. Have you ever lived in a construction zone for nearly 3 weeks?
Yeah, no, that is not fun, especially a bathroom.
I'm sorry, it's a 3/4 bathroom. So it's a shower and then the flooring, the walls, and I'm getting a knee replacement a week from Friday. So they promised to have it done before the knee replacement.
Nice. So it'll make it easier for you to walk to the bathroom because you'll have the new knee. Everything goes good. Nice.
Yeah, you're not even supposed to get near a bathtub for 6 weeks. At least not. All
right, so here we go.
Okay.
Nice. Here we go. You've tuned into the Live Local Marketing Podcast, where business owners share their knowledge about what's working in the market today. There's no fluff. There's no extras. It's just their experiences and the stories that come from people who are making it happen. They're getting their hands dirty, like people like Joyce, who are very experienced. Now, a little bit about Joyce. Joyce helps professionals become more efficient and confident in LinkedIn specifically. She's launching Boomer Social Media Tutor in 2013, and she's provided customized LinkedIn training and coaching to business owners, job seekers, professionals, especially those that are over the age of 55. Of course, some of us could also use a little extra training too, even under 55. She works with individuals navigating career transitions, expanding their business, or building professional reputations online. So there we go. Joyce, are we ready for the questions?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Let's talk about, as an entrepreneur, what you consider your first win.
My first win was landing a speaking gig with the Pikes Peak chapter. That's the Colorado Springs area here in Colorado. Okay. The Pikes Peak chapter of the Project Management Institute. These are people who are professional project managers. I had a connection with that group through a Toastmaster friend of mine. She Toastmasters communication and leadership skill building.
Yeah.
There I was, a room probably close to 100 people with a microphone and everything. And she'd given me permission to dissect her LinkedIn profile. And it was actually kind of a hoot, because I was very honest with her in the audience and crack up here and there. And it was so lively and fun. I mean, it was such a good feeling, perhaps a year or so into my business, to have that type of an audience engagement and that size of an audience.
Do you still do a lot of that speaking type stuff? You get out in front of crowds often?
I'd like to do it more often. I did get out in front of an even bigger crowd last August. This was cool. I would say at least 150 people in this hotel ballroom, Baltimore, Maryland, the annual conference of the Society of Certified Senior Advisors. So these are people, they work in the senior space. Maybe they're realtors even, or lawyers, or financial professionals. Anybody who touches the lives of older people to some degree that has this credential comes to this event, and sometimes a few other people too come as well. So they gave me an hour. They laughed at all the funny parts, and it was really, I would say, the best speaking experience I've ever had. And then I've had many more smalls. I'm doing a training next week for about 6 or 7 people on a team of a financial planner. I've done that for insurance owners. I'd like to get more of those paid speaking engagements specifically.
Yeah, when we all do. Yeah. I hear you. All right. So as you're helping people get organized and get themselves together, what would you consider your best habit as an entrepreneur?
I would say I'm very organized. My mother was a home economics teacher back when they had that, in the schools. She was super organized. And related to that is follow up, discipline.
Yes.
Won't let go of a potential client till they say, and really loud. So I think that's really important, to keep reaching out and reaching out.
Now, there's ways to do that in LinkedIn that aren't salesy, because we get pitched all the time in LinkedIn. Do you teach them how to do that appropriately?
Well, to be perfectly honest, I don't even myself use follow-up through LinkedIn, because I'm don't like to get those emails. They feel salesy, no matter how you do it. That's just my opinion. My
No,
opinion.
yeah.
And I use it simply emails, phone calls, not usually text me because I'm old. Let's put this in a context. I'm 77.
Yeah.
And there's ways that I'm more comfortable doing marketing, reaching out, follow up, and other ways I'm not. So with LinkedIn, my focus is on really broadly marketing and using LinkedIn posts, messages, the LinkedIn newsletter for top of mind visibility, create subject matter expertise to demonstrate that, I should say. So that's how I help other people use it as a broad marketing tool. There's other people that can really help them better with lead generation and follow up with leads. That's really not so much my focus. I was trained as an educator back in the 70s, 60s really, and 70s. So I think that's a lens through which I see the world as an educator, even though I just taught very briefly. I really get excited about helping people just catch on to using LinkedIn broadly and having their profile look sharp.
God, that makes complete sense. And it's a very good use of LinkedIn as well, but a lot of us don't take advantage of. So right now, talk to us a little bit about some of your favorite marketing strategies that you're using.
Yeah, well, I'm having my website redone. In fact, it is redone. And I'll be kind of blessing it tonight when I talked, or this afternoon when I talked to my website designer. I was told by a woman from a business group I'm in that it didn't have enough what's in it for me. So luckily, my website designer is both good with words and with visuals. So she's really worked hard to have that website work for me, not almost against me in a way. And the analysis the lady did from the business networking group was showed people would come to my website and then they would leave. They wouldn't go to other pages and explore it. They wouldn't reach out to me. So that's hard to hear, but it's the truth. So therefore, I thought I got to invest some money in getting this website more up to snuff. So that's number one. I think a Google business profile is something that a person needs to tend to. I need to tend to mine more than I do. But if you keep putting updates in there, have lots of pictures. I have 115 reviews, Google reviews on my Google business page. So I think that also goes to showing of reputation. And then then I would say other favorite things. I have my own MailChimp newsletter, which is a mix of little personal information, like say, telling them about my knee replacement surgery coming up, an informational article. And then I have a piece about my meetup. So my meetup is sort of a soft way of marketing. It's really a service I do to the public. I'm in my 8th year of my meetup. Once a month. I've only missed once in 8 years. I have speakers. It's called Simplify Your Social Media Meetup. I have speakers, other speakers mostly, myself sometimes. And then I also just really directly reach out to people. But I think those are just the main ones that I use.
Seems like you have very intentional things set for very specific reasons.
Yeah.
So how are you using video marketing in that as well? And how are you using it?
Good question. I'll tell you, I aspire to do more video marketing. Let's lead off with that. I've done one YouTube short that had a lot of attention. I just have to get gutsy and get on my phone and do that again. I have been using video marketing most of the nearly 13 years that I've been in business. I have videos on my website. I have videos on LinkedIn. I have a YouTube channel. So I have playlists. I have playlists with, say, for example, FAQs about LinkedIn. That's a whole playlist. And I have in my ebook, I didn't mention that, there's 9 chapters, and each of the chapters has text and a video, a how-to, where you hear my voice, where the B-roll comes along, and then you see exactly what to do in the 9 things to do on LinkedIn. So I think video marketing is super important, and I know it's something I am in 2026 going to be doing more of. And one other thing I might add, that I am almost 30 years now, 29 years this month, a Toastmaster. As mentioned earlier, communication and leadership skills. I'm a good extemporaneous speaker, like right now. I can write a script and pull it together. And when I do the video take with my professional videographer, a lot of times we get through it in one take.
One take.
So I'm good at that.
You constantly probably have to update the information though. Like LinkedIn makes adjustments and trends and things, right? Are you constantly updating that information?
Oh, I would not say constantly, but I would say periodically.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. That's why I created my ebook back in 17, and I update it on the average of every couple of years.
Oh, okay.
So that's it. I mean, I only do it when I feel there's enough significant changes that it's worth
Yeah.
saying something about. And keep in mind, Billy, my audience, who I'm directing this to, are your more beginning LinkedIn user, somewhat intermediate user. So if there's some sort of really nifty bells and whistle kind of thing, and they're going to go, "What was that again?" I'm not going to. I'm not going
Yeah.
to. That doesn't hit my ebook. No.
No, it seems like you have very specific uses for all the things you do. Therefore, that transitions to the coaching you do is why are you doing it? And we have that specific purpose for all these things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So when you sit down with your clients and you have to talk about branding, speaking of specific, how's that conversation go? What things do you talk to them about their branding and how it reflects on their LinkedIn profile? A quick break before we get to that next answer, because I know that answer is going to be brilliant, which is why I chose this moment to interrupt. If you love what you're seeing and you want to run your business off of warm marketing referrals, visit our website, livelocalwarmmarketing.com. It's got valuable resources, office hours, memberships, the book, an array of resources to help you get rid of cold calls, cold leads, door knocking, and run a business you can be proud of through referrals and warm marketing. Now, back to the show.
Oh, really great question. So I really have to get clear myself. What are their offerings? Who are their people actually first? Who's their target market? And where it gets really complex is when they have two or even more income streams, two separate companies.
Yeah.
And I say, please, for the love of God, do not create a second LinkedIn profile. No. So then you have to kind of weave those two together. You got to play around with your about. So I talk to them about branding the headline. Well, the headline, but even beyond that, that banner image right at the very top is so critical. So you got to think through your business name, maybe human action, something like that. Even your profile picture should be up to date. I have to say, one time I went for like 9 years. And only on Good Skincare did I look remotely like that other picture. Oh my
Nice.
God. So now that's 2 years ago. So I think I can scoot maybe 3 now. I'll be okay for a little while. And then we go to the profile headline. That is so critical. That follows you wherever you go on LinkedIn in case you hadn't thought about it. At least the first few words do. So make those first few words or phrases really pop, really capture people's attention. Use keyword terms, use taglines if you use them, whatever works best for you. Nowadays, I will go to my ChatGPT and their AI tool if they want for something like a headline, because that we can do that fairly quickly. So I'll come up with something, and I just had this last August, and the guy was like, I don't know. And I said, listen, let me ask ChatGPT about it. So I plug it into chat, and then I show it to him, and then he's much warmer. It's like we got this third party kind of, although the third party that really likes me, of course, we got to realize that. But I'm using that term very broadly.
Yeah.
So, the sycophantic approach, someone once said. So anyway, then I showed it to him and he goes, oh, but I want to change this word to this other word. I says, great. So see how I really talk about it collaborative. That's the experience is collaborative. We can do the same thing with an about section. So those with the AI, I'm saying, so those, I really focus, on those top parts of the profile for starters.
So it sounds like some of your, and that's the next question too, some of your favorite strategies with the AI is helping you develop content where you may not think of it off the top of your head, but then there's also some refining, it seems like you do. Talk to us more about how you're using AI.
Yeah. I kind of, I got into it there toward the end.
Yeah.
I use it, well, in 2 ways. So with my clients, then yes, they'll have something they give me that I'll put it an about section is perfect for this. And I'll throw it into ChatGPT, which is my preferred, AI. And then I'll refine it, of course, from there. And then I send it back to them. So it's a different iteration of what they had initially. I want to say that I'm not a person that's going to create your profile from scratch. You've got to have some skin in the game. You've got to play a part. probably you would have, and most of my clients, we have a website. So say we could take the about from your website, and then which is often in the third person voice. So then we say to chat, write this in the first person voice, because abouts really should typically be in the first person voice. So that's an example. And then I've used chat to help me with my post, with my LinkedIn editions, the LinkedIn newsletter editions, with my articles. I once, this is not business related, but was a last minute guest speaker at my church. So I go to ChatGPT and I tell them the theme of what I want to say. And Chat goes, well, I'll write that talk for you. I'll get the scripture. Honest to God, that's what happened. So that sermon I gave at my church was a combination of Chat's amazing wisdom and ideas and my great delivery as a Toastmaster. It went over really well.
Nice. Do you ever, that's pretty funny. Do you ever use it for images and stuff too? Because sometimes it's tough to think of images, proper images for your LinkedIn.
I'd say images are kind of my weak side. But I do use a lot of, like, anywhere I go, I think photo op. Like tonight when I'm competing at this Toastmasters event, a speech called Getting Older. And of course, my knee will work its way into that talk. I'll have someone take pictures of me talking. Or if I'm at an event and I really think the speaker hit it out of the park, so I'd have a picture of me with the speaker. So I do a lot of that type of imagery, real life pictures, as opposed to like visuals like you can do through Canva and stuff.
Gotcha. So that adds a little more authenticity.
Yes, it does.
To your profile. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Awesome. So now you've been doing this for a minute or two. You've been doing it for a while. So if you have somebody who doesn't have the confidence, they're like, I don't know if I should do this. I don't know about my LinkedIn. I don't know about, it feels like I'm bragging about myself, things of that nature. How does that conversation go to them to help them get the confidence they need to build out a proper, effective LinkedIn profile?
I'm going to back up. I'm going to say, if they have huge problems with confidence in general, they should get their butt to a Toastmasters meeting. Because Toastmasters, I'm serious. I know I sound like I don't get paid or anything. It's about building your self-esteem, building your confidence. The impromptu speeches you give, as everything you do in Toastmasters helps you be stronger in your confidence. So then the other thing that's specific to LinkedIn, I will say, yes, I know it sounds like bragging, but we have to be our own best cheerleader. You signed up for this when you started a business. Get over it. Then you could go to chat and you could take something. Oh, I hate this. Well, let's see. Let's take it. Get the tone. Make it be informational. I have my voice. My voice is the friendly teacher voice. We all need to have a voice, right? So then you can help them find something that is authentic, overused word, but still fits here, that works for them. Then they go, oh, okay, I guess I can do that.
Do you ever spend some time helping them find their voice? Do you ever ask them the questions and help them, especially if you see that their voice versus what they're putting on their LinkedIn are not in congruence?
Boy, that's a really good question. I should promote myself to do that more. I wouldn't say I do that intentionally.
You probably do it though.
Do that. And thanks for helping me come up with a business idea here.
So you don't spend it. You must spend some time doing it though naturally. I'm assuming, just without coming out and telling them you're doing that. I'm sure it's part of the conversation.
People, if you read through my Google reviews, even 2 or 3 or 4 of them, my hundreds of LinkedIn recommendations, it will come out over and over again how supportive I am, how patient, how kind, just that feeling it's safe. One advantage of being older, like I am, burning 48, I'm sort of like talking to a mix of your mom, your Aunt Susie, your grandma, depending how old you are, a person who really cares about you, wants the best for you.
So I'm definitely going to put a link to your LinkedIn profile in the description, so that way people can see an example of one working well. And I do believe you have the premium version too. So if they have questions about that, they can also.
Yeah, I can answer the questions.
Yeah, that's wonderful. All right. So as we head out here, let's give you the outro. You talk about your business in a way that we can understand it. And then how can we get a hold of you for more information?
Perfect. Yes. So the people that I serve through Boomer Social Media Tutor are, as mentioned earlier, typically people roughly 55 and older, though I've served people as young as in their 20s, teenagers even. And what do I do with these people? They're business people, job seekers. we look together at their LinkedIn profile, and in real time, believe it or not, in an hour, we can make so many changes that make that profile more robust. We use, say, resumes as a foundational tool and then pull them into the LinkedIn profile, and website information. So it's all ways that we in the moment can make so many improvements to the profile. And then a second hour, that's when we go into the use of LinkedIn. Ideas for sharing content, how you can do it through posts, articles, LinkedIn newsletters, who to connect with, and even show them how to get rid of so many of those pesky notifications. Ooh, I hate those. And all the little emails. So I make the whole LinkedIn experience much more streamlined and much more positive. So people look forward to going to LinkedIn.
That's wonderful. And then where can they get a hold of you? You said you're finishing up the website. By the time this posts, the website should be up and running. Where can they find that?
Yay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So I hope that's helpful in case there's anything else. I think that sums it up pretty well.
Excellent. All right. Wonderful. Well, thank you for bringing all your knowledge about LinkedIn. People always have like this idea that it's just for corporations or getting jobs. So you brought a lot of additional information to help us think about our profiles and go back and take a look at it. We appreciate your help today.
Oh, I know. And the best way to find me, as was mentioned, Boomers Social Media Tutor, Tutor. That's a nod to my teaching background, so short a time as it was, .com. And there you will find loads of information, videos, text. That's the best place. And then my YouTube channel, which is also at Boomer Social Media too. So I think that's a really good resource.
Is it your name for the YouTube?
Yes. Hey, do you remember when YouTube finally let like the little people have their own URL? You didn't have to have a gazillion, people following your YouTube channel. That was a happy day.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you for your knowledge and your help with us today. We appreciate your time.
Oh, you're welcome. It was wonderful. Thank you, Billy.